Okay, let me quickly come to Lagos, Mr. Oloja. It's an interesting period in our history as a people.
Yes.
You will see that even the government of the day did use the social media, and when it comes to the moment of politicking and campaigning, that again will be used massively. For some people, on the social media, critics of this government will say the reasons why this government may be talking about this issue is perhaps because they are afraid of criticism.
Well, you know, that's a very good context. Because, you know, in the 2015 election, even a sitting president was addressed publicly and even on the front pages of newspapers as clueless. And all sorts of qualifiers were used to describe the sitting president, all politics, as I said earlier, hate speeches and all these for politics, for business. And this requires management because like I said, all over the world, governments are worried. All over the world, even in the developed economies where they have had these social technologies where they use it, because there is a crisis of jurisdiction, quite unlike the traditional media. Crisis of jurisdiction. You don't know where people who are writing these fabrications are located most time. You can spread a fake news about Nigeria from Russia, from New Zealand, from any part of the world. Most of the powerful organs are not even located in Africa. And they can write fake news from here and get to any part of the world to just locate it so that you cannot even track them. However, what is needed, as I said concerning fake news, even on channel television a week ago, that it's the government too has the responsibility to address issues that trigger hate speeches, fake news, and what have you in this system. Because if citizens, political leaders, opposition leaders, the media managers are agitated about certain issues in the polity that have triggered this thing since 1966, they too should be addressed. This is one way of addressing this kind of
Mr. Martin Oloja, yes. Always a pleasure having you around. Senior editor of The Guardian newspapers, and Mr. Femi Adesina, the special advisor to the president on media and publicity. Many thanks for your thoughts there. But just before we go, the difference between information and propaganda may be just one word: bias. But don't take for granted the power that that single four-letter word carries. But that's how where we drop it tonight on the program. Many thanks for being part of it. I'm Sean Okimale. Bye for now.